Well, Irene's down here doing some bronze casting. It's a different process. Maybe I'll get a chance to get a few pictures of that. But in the meantime, I'm going to get her to help me get this back on. I'm going to stand back over here and squeeze the back so that those screws can go in, and Irene will attempt to get them in place.
Okay. There we go. Microphone.
All right.
Does this go underneath or on top or something? Because it's not even sort of lining up.
It's on top.
Okay, let me see something first.
There's
something. There's a screw in there.
That was a screw I was trying to get out. I thought it had just gone flying out, but it hadn't, so...
It's stuck. Here. If I lift this up, will that help?
No.
Okay.
there's a foot here.
Well, that screw's obviously had issues before because it's... Well, that's why I keep this stuff with a plastic cover over it, because the roof leaks. Make sure there's
I didn't bring my flashlight. I didn't need it.
I don't have one, but I have a phone.
Here, let's see if this will do it.
So it doesn't shred my fingers, I have a pair of pliers. Technology. It's a wonderful thing.
I'm trying to get it to go back that way a little bit. You won't be able to pull it through because it has a big head on it. So if you push it back, or unscrew it.
Well, it's not really unscrewing either. Might be able to do that with a pair of vice grips. For my vice grips are here. Probably put away because I wasn't using them. I don't think I have any vice grips in process. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. This is hammers. Do. The vice grips are almost all up at the house. Oh, here's a pair. Let's see. This is not the best kind of vice grip. There's the ones I could see. This has been here for a long time. I would say this has probably been here since you renovated this thing the last time.
No, it was loose in the bottom.
Ah, okay.
Okay, now see if you can reach down in there to pull it out. You'll need to use you'll need to use the needle nose pliers right here.
Well, of course I took out my long ones because I was using them for something else.
Long forceps.
I use for doing glass work. Can you see? Am I doing any good? I can't see.
You're fine.
But am I doing any good?
Here, let me use the forceps. I'll turn them in the opposite direction.
Okay. See, because I can't see down in there. And you're not even inside the box.
Yeah, I was.
No, you weren't. It'll show on the video.
Let's see if this closes up. If this closes up, we'll just be going that screw.
You'll notice the stuff doesn't line up.
Yeah, but because I meant this now.
Okay. Well, no, it was that way when I got there. In other words, you either bent it before or something, because it's not lining up. All right, Mr. Rufus, you need to sit down somewhere and get out of the way. Thank you. Let's see. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. What the heck is that? Nope, that's not on the floor either. Oh, get the hiccups now. I should have many things. But that was used for something and not put back. Couldn't possibly happen. Okay, well. Okay, how's the lineup doing on it now?
The screw is holding it back.
Excuse me, Rufus, you need to move, sweetie. Screw is holding it. Move, Rufus, move. Thank you. You have a whole studio to work in.
You have to hold the box from moving.
Uh-huh. Okay. Let me see if I can get it from the top.
There it is.
Okay. Let's get this beggar out of here so it can't be a problem in the future. What happened here? Oh, it's been bent. Yeah, that doesn't help much, does it?
Did you get out?
No, because that's not the pair of thingies that I was using. That's something that's used for something totally different, and it's bent to handle large pieces of metal, not small screws. That's why I got this out of the glass area. There's a little bigger.
There it is. That doesn't even go with this machine.
No, it doesn't.
I have no idea why it was ever in there.
I never opened it, so I have no idea either.
I have, but I don't. But
you don't know why it's there.
Exactly. Okay. I will hold up on this side.
Well,
as long as you have one hole lined up.
Okay. Well,
is anything on this side lined up where I'm pulling up?
And your hand's over the hole, so that doesn't help. However, I just got this lined up, so if I can hold it that way...
It looks like you're getting one in.
I might. It really doesn't want to go in.
They never do. They're going to go in hard.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced it's not cutting new threads.
I'm not either.
Don't tighten it too hard, because we don't want to strip it up.
I'm not tightening at all. I'm just closing it, if you know what I mean.
Yep, that's all we wanted to do.
Okay.
This corner, if it's lined up. If not, let me know, and I'll...
This is lined up down here, so... I think it's lined up enough, if you know what I mean. Except that strip one.
Use another one.
Nope, I see it. While I see it, I'm going to pick it up, because otherwise it'll be gone forever. This must be aluminum screws or something stupid. Because most of the screwdrivers we have are magnetic. And the fact that it doesn't even think about sticking to it tells me it's either a poor quality alloy from China or it's aluminum.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I'll get the rest of them.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for the help.
No problem. Here you go. I'm not clunking around over here making work.
Well, as you can see, sometimes simple things aren't simple. That's what we have with this particular tool. And I'm just putting the screws in that hold the fuse and the electrical cord in place. I don't want that floating around at all. Irene's busy making some more molds to do some more bronze casting. She's doing that casting outside because she's using Delft clay, which gets really stinky when it gets hot. And if there's going to be a time when molten metal goes flying, I think this is it. Normally she does all of her casting inside, but for these molds that she's making right now, I guess she just doesn't want to take the risk of having metal flying around the studio.
No, it's because the Delft clay catches on fire when you pour bronze in it.
She says, if you didn't hear, the reason why she does it is because sometimes the Delft clay, in fact all the time the Delft clay, catches fire because it uses an oil binder to hold the casting sand together. Okay, that one's tightened up. That one's tightened up. Those are all tight. So I'll try turning this burnout furnace around, plug it in, and we'll see how it goes. Now that's back in place. Let's try plugging it in and see what happens. Last time I tried it, it worked fine, so I'm hopeful that it will work fine again. Everything's looking great. Turned on. I just stopped it. I'm going to go ahead and turn the machine off. No reason to keep running it. Well, as you saw, sometimes things work easily, sometimes they're less easily. A rusty screw had found its way down here in the corner of the case, and that was keeping the back from going back into place. And that was a bit of a chore to get out. Now, that's not a screw that is actually used in this machine. I don't know why it was in there. I didn't put it in there, so maybe it was there from the factory. And we've had this machine for more than 20 years, Irene?
Yeah, we bought that one. I think we bought that when we lived in, well, I don't remember. For sure.
I think we bought it when we lived in California.
I'm not sure if we got that one in California or we got it soon after we moved here, one of the two, but about 20 years.
Yeah, we've had it for about 20 years. It's at least 19 years we've had it, maybe 23 years. So I'm amazed that it didn't show up before, but you know, we don't move it around a whole lot. Irene's packing a mold frame for making a mold for some casting that she's going to be doing with bronze. These are special castings that she's doing. It's for a custom order she's doing, and it's been a little bit of work figuring out how to get these parts to come out.
Well, under normal circumstances, with our wax pots working correctly, I would have been able to do everything except for one piece in the regular lost wax. But because the wax pots weren't working right, I couldn't get the waxes to cast correctly, so that means I had to resort to Delft clay, which is something I prefer not to do for bronze because it catches on fire and it's very stinky. So, because you're burning oil, so it's kind of nasty, so I do it outside. But then I had to time it because we had weather coming in yesterday, which turned out to be a total fizzle. It wasn't what they promised us.